are going to do 4 problems together. Okay. Just like in the video, I'm going to write quick reminders over here. So what's the first thing I need to do?
Multiply across the numerators.
The first thing I do? Oh,
I
really?
mean, change the whole number to a fraction.
Okay, thank you. Whole number to a fraction. Then what do I do?
Multiply across the...
Now you multiply.
Okay, good. And then
Divide.
and if we need to, we simplify, right?
Yep.
Okay. All right, so it was kind of hard to see this over here. So it's 15 times 4/5. Okay. So what do I do first?
Multiply.
You keep forgetting step number 1.
Oh yeah, change the thing.
Yeah, you can't multiply a whole number times a fraction. They both have to be fractions. Okay? So I changed the 15 to 15 over 1. Okay? If it helps you and you want to write out the steps and like check it off as you do it, you might do that. Okay? So what's my next thing to do?
Divide.
I multiply. Okay, so 15 times 4. Can you do that in your head or do we need to write it out? Okay. What's 4 times 5?
It's 80.
What? What's 4 times 5? 20. What's 4 times 1? 4 plus 2. 6. Okay, so 15 times 4 is 60. Okay. What's 1 times 5, everybody?
5.
Okay. Now, what's 60 divided by 5? 12. Right? Because 12 times 5 is 60, correct? Okay, so this is another one where my answer is just a whole number. Okay, there's no remainder, so that means there's no fraction. It's just a whole number. Any questions on that one? Okay, so let's go ahead and do this 3/11 times 66 next. Okay, what do we need to do first? Whole number to a fraction. Good. Okay. Then what? Multiply. I know this. Let's do the denominators first. That's easy. What's 11 times 1? 11.
11.
Okay. So then 66 times 3, I probably want to write that out. So what is 3 times 6?
18.
Okay. And then 3 times 6 plus 1. 19. Okay. So now what do I need to do? Now we divide. Okay, so I'm probably going to want to do a box. Okay, because I have 198 divided by 11. Okay. Well, if I only have 1, do I have enough to make a group of 11? No, so I say that with a 0. Okay, remember DMSB. So we just divided, now we multiply. So 0 times 11 is 0. Then I subtract and I get my 1. Now my 1 is going to go over here with the 9. Now that I have 19, do I have enough to make a group of 11? Yes, how many groups? 1 group. Okay, because 1 times 11 is what? 11. So that's enough, right? So what's 9 minus 1?
8.
8. I don't have anything over here, so that means I can regroup my 8. Okay, if I have 88, how many groups of 11 can I get?
8.
8. And do I have a remainder? Not on this one. So what's my answer? 18. Very good. Is this starting to make sense now? Yeah? Okay, I'm going to change to another color for these down here. All right, so I know I need to change 45 to 45 over 1. Okay, I always like to do the easy ones first. What's 1 times 8? 8. Okay, so now we need to do 45 times 3. Okay, so 3 times 5 is
15.
3 times 4.
135.
What? 3 times 4.
12.
12 plus 1.
13.
13. Okay, don't jump ahead. All right, so, now I have 135 eighths. What do I need to do?
Divide.
Divide. I'm going to give myself a bit of room because I don't have a whole lot of room on here. So, let me do my box. So I have 135 divided by 8. All right, if I have 1, do I have enough to make a group of 8?
Nope.
No. Okay, so 0 minus 8 is 0. Take away my 1. And then I'm left with 13. Okay. So now that I have 13, how many groups of 8 can I have?
1.
Okay. 1 times 8 is 8. What's 13 minus 8?
5.
Good. So I regroup my 5. How many 8s can I get out of 55? Let's think. What's 8 times 5?
7.
What's 8 times 5? 40.
45.
What's 8 times 6?
45.
No. 8 times 6 is 48. What's 8 times 7?
56.
56. That's too much. Okay? So it has to be 6 groups. That's the one that's closest without going over. Okay, so 6 groups of 8 is 48. Okay, so what's 55 minus 48?
15.
No, not 15. I have to take away and here. So what's 15 minus 8? 7. Okay, so for this one, I do have a remainder. So what is my remainder going to be? Okay, I'm hearing some people say it's 7 over 8. Do we agree with that? Okay, because remember your leftover, your remainder, is always your numerator, and your divisor is your denominator. So then you have to stop and think, can I simplify? Well, is 7 prime or composite? Prime. And is 8 prime or composite? It's composite. Right? So then you ask, can 7 go into 8 equally? No. So my answer here is 16 and 7/8. Okay. Any questions? All right, let's do the last one.
Wait,
Yes, Israel.
How are we gonna write down the whole number and the fraction if we get a remainder?
What do you mean?
Like, because we have a quiz.
Okay, just wait till we get there and I'll tell you.
Mm.
All right, so when I'm doing 3/10 times 12, the first thing I do is make my 12 into a fraction. All right, guys, what's 3 times 12?
It's 36.
Okay, 10 times 1.
10.
Okay, so I need to do 36 divided by 10. If I only have 3, do I have enough to make a group of 10?
No.
No. So I have to take my 3 and put it over here. So how many 10s can I get out of 36?
3.
Good. And if I take that away, 3 times 10 is 30. What am I left with?
6.
6. So what is that remainder?
6 tenths.
6 tenths. I'm going to give myself some room right here. Okay, so you said the remainder is 6 tenths. Okay, can I simplify 6 tenths? You sure about that?
You can. Oh, yes, you can. Yes, you can.
Because they're both composite.
3
Okay, so then you have to ask, if they're both composite, is there a number that I can divide them both by?
Or by 2.
Not by 4, but by 2. Yes,
By
I
2.
can divide 6 and 10 by 2, right? So what's
No.
6 divided by 2?
3.
What's 10 divided by 2?
5.
5. So really, this answer is 3 3/5. Okay. All right. Any questions on that before we move on? What's your question, David?
So the answer was 6 tenths, or was the answer? I got lost.
Can someone explain to him? Rita, can you explain to him what the answer is for that last one? No? Okay, well, I'm going to move on. David, you can go back and you can watch the video again after we're done. Okay, so let's go ahead and go over to our quiz. All right, so there are 4 questions. So you're going to calculate the product. Okay, when you go in here to do this, let's say the answer is 24 or 34. It's a whole number. That's easy. Okay. In fact, if I believe I may have even set it up that questions 1 and 2, the answers are whole numbers. So you won't even have to worry about putting a fraction in there. Yeah, so 1 and 2 are whole numbers. Question 3 is multiple choice. Okay. And then question 4, you need to find your answers and give me a video showing me how you got your answers. Okay? Any questions? All right, well, we have about 20 minutes to do that quiz. So let's go ahead and get started. If you have questions, you may, of course, ask me. And let's go ahead and get started. Rakaya and Jalen, please sit up. And she's sleeping again. I think I'm going to have to call Mom.